Hello. Today I've done a presentation on a BMP, which stands for Best Management Practice, and the one I have chosen to cover today is actually cover crops. You may be wondering, what is a cover crop? Well, according to the USDA, a cover crop is any crop grown to cover the soil. Cover crops are recommended for seasonal cover between cash crops. If you don't know, cash crops are your main crops like corn and soybeans that are used for production and benefit and profit. Examples of some cover crops used is grasses, legumes, and forbs. Well, you may be wondering also, how is a cover crop a best management practice? Well, according to SARE, that stands for the Sustainable Agriculture Research and Education, cover crops slow erosion, they improve soil health, and could absorb more water in the soil. The crop roots compact the soil particles to make the soil harder to move, and that is what prevents erosion, and uptake water, which will absorb more water and not let it run off. And that is where it says resisting erosion and absorbing more water will prevent water runoff to surface water. We may be wondering, what's the problem with that? That's where we go to water runoff, and that is the main reason you want to do this best management practice is because of your problem of water runoff. Water flowing on the ground surface instead of seeping into the soil is really the definition of water runoff. And this is bad because it contains phosphorus and nitrogen that travels to surface water like ponds, streams, and lakes and becomes a pollutant to the environment in the water. Well, this is how to input cover crops as a best management practice. The very first step, and probably most important, is to choose the right cover crop for you. To do this, you have to take into consideration the growing conditions. This includes your soil type and climate you're dealing with. You can only be able to plant a certain amount of or a certain type of crop depending on your area. You have to take in consideration crop rotation. This is where in rotation you're going to put it. What season are you going to be putting this cover crop in? And lastly, termination. This is when and how to terminate the cover crops when you're ready to plant your cash crops again. Because some, like some legumes, are frost resistant, so they're not going to naturally die from frost, and you're going to have to terminate themselves and get the soil ready for your cash crops. And that is all I have prepared today. Here is the references I used to come up with this information, and I hope you have an amazing day.